With the 23rd overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks took a chance on a kid straight from the NBL. He was initially a 4-star recruit and he was going to play for the University of Texas before he opted out to go into the NBL. But at the NBA trade deadline, AJ Johnson was a part of the Kyle Kuzma and Chris Middleton trade, sending him to Washington. With the Milwaukee Bucks, he was only able to play a handful of games until the trade went through and he actually got to be able to finally show off his potential and ability. He is extremely flashy and he's very fun to watch, and his name is AJ Johnson. Welcome to Basketball Intuition. I'm your host, Ethan Simon. Today we're going to be talking about AJ Johnson. I'm not going to be the guy that's going to sit up here and tell you he's going to be an all-star or he's going to be sixth man of the year or he's ever going to be a really impactful NBA player, but I am here to tell you some of the things about his game that have really stuck out to me and the potential that I see in him. We're going to do this the same way we usually do. We're going to start with his frame and then we're going to get to the pick and roll and then just branch off from there. All right, so he's 20 years old. He's turning 21 in December. He's got a baby face, but honestly, he looks even younger than 20. He's 6'5", but he has a 6'8.5" wingspan with a 38-inch vertical. Now, this is weird. He's listed at 160 pounds. Now, for example, Rob Dillingham is listed at 175 and he's 4 inches shorter. Like, there's no way that AJ is only 160 pounds. The flashy handles and stuff is really great and that's fun. But putting that aside, in the pick and roll, just as a ball handler and as a point guard, I have been very impressed. A lot of smart and simple passes that just get the job done. Half of his assists are just from being a point guard. And doing that, he's been able to show the ability to slow down, get the ball to his teammates, and be a good point guard. Also, another advantage of having him in the pick and roll is he gets around that corner so fast when he's getting downhill. He has the speed and the handle to break down defenders easily on switches especially. He's a nightmare for a big on the perimeter. He does the most with the tween crossovers and all the flashy handles and stuff. Like, he be doing the most. Another small thing about him in the pick and roll is I just think he does really well in two-man game situations, like making a pass and then relocating off the ball. He can also step out when a defender's going under a screen or something like that and hit a three. AJ is a very streaky three-point shooter. Whenever he gets hot, he's hitting and he's good, but it's not often enough right now. He can hit some really deep threes at times and we've seen that, but he just needs to do it more efficiently. And if he's able to do that and if he's able to shoot the three ball better, it will make it easier for him to get downhill. Because if he's playing in a situation where teams are actually like needing to guard him and go underneath of screens and scheme against him like a real game, not just a random Wizards game at the end of the season, if he can't hit those threes, it's going to make it much harder for him to get downhill. Now, he shot 23% on catch and shoot threes in the last 15 games of the season, and he shot 29% on pull-up threes. Most of his threes are above the break. He doesn't get many threes in the corner. I mean, it makes sense. He's on the ball most of the time. He likes that little step back shot a lot from three-point range. And then also another thing real quick is he's really an inside or outside game. Like, he doesn't really have a mid-range game. He's not shooting floaters, no turnaround middies, not anything like that. So if he could add a mid-range game or a really nice floater to his game, I think that would go a long way. He doesn't get to the free throw line that much, but whenever he does, he's very efficient. He was getting 1.6 free throw attempts a game with Washington in 27 minutes, and he shot 88.6%. One of the reasons he wasn't getting as many free throws is because he's not that aggressive of an attacker and finisher at the rim. If he was, he'd be getting more calls and he'd be going to the free throw line more. He is much more of a finesse guy. I'm going to go around you. Yes, there are times where he is absolutely going at defenders. I'm not saying that he's not aggressive at all, but he's definitely more finesse at the rim than he is aggressive. If you're still here and enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help out a smaller channel out like myself more than you realize. I say we'll just go to finishing here now that we're on it, but he is very dangerous when he's getting downhill. He has a very deep bag. The hezzies, ball fakes, step throughs, good passes, flashy handles, he's got all that. He even likes that Rondo ball fake a lot. He's also very creative finishing at the rim. He's got pretty good touch. One of the things I think he definitely could improve on is finishing over longer defenders and like centers and big men that are jumping with him. A good example would be like the Magic game where they have a lot of really long, tall defenders. And there were times throughout the game where he just couldn't get a layup to go because they were just suffocating him inside. That's where that mid-range game and that floater could really get to work, and that could be really effective for him. But he is a really fun finisher. He wants to be flashy. He wants to dunk on you. He wants to cross you over and all that stuff. I also think he does a really good job on the baselines, like just driving baseline and finishing, or driving baseline and then kicking it out to one of his teammates for a good shot, just stuff like that. And here I think I'll kind of just highlight his playmaking a little bit more. He is really great in drive and kick situations, and I wanted to talk about that. He's gonna find the shooters. Like, at the end of the season, he was feeding Tristan Vucevic. And now this is one of the last main things I want to talk about, and it's one of the most impressive parts about his game. He is elite in the transition. I know this probably doesn't mean that much, but his transition on and off numbers are in the 94th percentile. He gives effort in the transition. He runs the lane very well. He has so many different ways to impact the transition and finish at the rim. He could pull up for three, make a good pass. His speed in the open court is just ridiculous. Like, he is just so fast. Now I just kind of want to get to a couple miscellaneous things about his game that I really like just specifically. I don't remember if I already talked about this, but off the ball, I really like what he's able to do off the ball with his length and his speed. And as long as he is making an effort off the ball, he's going to be impactful. Another other thing I want to highlight real quick is through 7 games in April, he averaged 4.5 fouls a game. Why was he averaging so many fouls, you ask? It's because he was actually trying to play defense. AJ has the long arms and the ability to be a good defender. He just needs to put on some more weight so it'll help him out. And also he just needs to continue giving effort, because really he could be a very solid option defensively. And if he can keep doing that and put on a little weight, I'm confident that he'll be able to be a solid defender. He's got long arms. He can get it on the ball, poke it out, get a steal here and there. Another thing, I think this is kind of more subjective, but I kind of feel like he just does a little bit too much sometimes, like tween, behind the back, all these extra crossovers and all this stuff. Like, it's really fun, but there are times where he's on the perimeter and he's just doing all of that like for nothing and nobody's biting on it. Like, he's just doing it just cause. It's not a problem. It's just something I wanted to point out because I thought it was kind of funny. And then also I wanted to talk about the fact that I'm a Bucks fan. So, you know, watching AJ in the preseason and summer league and stuff, like, I was really excited about him because he has so much potential. But like I mentioned earlier in the episode, like, I don't know if he'll ever reach that potential. And I guess really the main thing that he's going to need to do is continue to keep the turnovers down and then also shoot the ball better. If he can do those two things, as well as adding that floater game and the mid-range game that I was mentioning earlier, I do honestly think that he could be a really good NBA player. But as of today, right now, he probably couldn't be on a contending team and really giving meaningful minutes and impacting the game in good ways. It'd just be kind of hard for him. But that's why he's in a good situation with the Wizards, because he doesn't need to rush his development. He doesn't need to be playing 20-30 minutes a game against really good teams in situations that like actually matter. Like, oh, this game really matters. We need AJ to play 40 minutes. Like, he's not in that situation. The last couple games of the season he was playing, like, they were just letting him on the floor. The last game of the season, he played all 48 minutes. And there wasn't ever a point where I felt like he was just exhausted and tired out. Like, he is very durable. He's got pretty good stamina. And that's probably going to be all I have to talk about for AJ Johnson today. So we're going to transition over to my favorite segment of the day, the best segment of the day. And that's the comment of the day. If you are not aware what the comment of the day is, it is my favorite comment from the previous video. Topic, question, statement, basketball, life, sports. I don't care what it is. It's my favorite comment. We'll go with the top comment of the video. Shout out to Media Man. He says, I'm just an old man who's a Spurs fan. I came for Dylan Harper, but I'm leaving very impressed by your talent as a YouTuber, a basketball fan, and analyst. Great job, sir. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I don't really have like any topics to go into this with. I just wanted to say thank you because I appreciate the love. That's been one of my favorite parts about making these kind of videos that aren't like negative and that they're like positive and stuff, because people are just, you know, they just like whenever you talk good about players on their team or it's just stuff like that. So it's been a lot more fun for me seeing good comments instead of a bunch of hate all the time. So all the people that leave kind comments, I really do appreciate y'all. It means a lot to me. I think in next episode, we're going to do Denny of Dia. I'm not 100% sure yet, but if you have any suggestions that you want me to do, any players, teams, anything like that. I prefer to do young players like rookies, sophomores, stuff like that. But anybody that you want to see me make a video on, just comment down below. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Had a nice day of fishing today. Only caught one. It's okay. No problem. I had a good time with the guys. But yeah, thank you for staying to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like, the sub, comment down below. Post notifications if that's what kind of guy you are or girl you are. And yeah, again, thank you very much for staying to the end of the video. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one, man. Peace out.